Hello, I'm the Lost Postman and welcome to my weapon review and build guide for the STRUN Prime, the INCARNON Genesis version. And my review will be really short. The weapon is great, get it if you can. And let's go to the best build that I've found for this weapon, and this is amazing. It really melts the steel pad with ease. So, because this weapon shoots 12 pellets by default every time you fire the weapon, multi-shot is excellent for this weapon. You get a lot of damage instances, a lot of pellets, and it leads to a lot of damage and also status. So therefore I'm using Vigilante armaments, 60% multi-shot, and you have to make the corrosive somehow, so obviously I'm using these dual stat mods, toxic barrage and shell shocks, those form the corrosive, and galvanized savvy a stable status chance, galvanized hell also a stable multi-shot, these ramp up with kills. And then there is critical deceleration, critical chance, very commonly used mod as well, and prime ravage for the critical damage. And what else? Well, then I have my Riven. This is an excellent roll. It has fire rate. I like the fire rate, although this makes it so that I can fire in the INCARNON form. I can fire the weapon 4 times a second. Well, okay, my old man fingers can do like 3 times a second, but by default, without any fire rate, this weapon can fire only 2 times per second, and it's kind of low even for me. So therefore, I've been enjoying the fire rate. It makes the weapon just feel better and feel more responsive. I really like this. And then there is heat. Nice to have. If you're going for corrosive, you always have to use heat as well, and also the corrosive projection aura in your warframe, because these kind of like stack up. Using plain corrosive, it leaves something to be desired for. So heat also strips armor, corrosive strips armor, and the corrosive projection strips armor, and these 3 combined, you can easily do the whole steel pad without any kind of trouble using all these together. Might be even better than viral actually. So this one has multi-shot, heat and fire rate, really good stats. Multi-shot is awesome for this weapon. And and then there's this projectile speed. It influences the damage fall off as well, so that's a really good mod. So yeah, this is my best build, and I have to say this is quite awesome. You can also mod this weapon for viral. Not my favorite. I had more success with the corrosive heat build, but if you want viral, you can do this build here. It's close to the previous one, but yeah, you have chilling reload here for the cold, and yeah, that's about it. Almost the same build as the previous one, but just for viral. And then there is no Riven build for those who don't have a Riven. So again, use multi-shot. And this one isn't using the hunter munitions, just because this weapon is kinda strong on slash already, and you will be shooting many pellets anyways. So there's no need for the hunter munitions and those forced bleed procs. It's not too bad if you're using hunter munitions, but for me, after the testing I've done, I didn't find it optimal. You skip the hunter munitions, go for multi-shot. You will be getting those bleed procs with this mod anyways, and more damage and so on, good stuff. So that was my weapon review. And if you have Riven, I would highly recommend getting multi-shot for it, and some other nice stats like critical strike or critical damage. Heat is also really good. Or if you get something like toxin, that's very good as well, because it builds both to viral and the corrosive. But yeah, this thing is very good. And I guess I wanted to make this point that you don't always have to autopilot for the hunter munitions viral builds, I understand that people have tendency to do it because it's kind of been the meta, but for this weapon, yeah, corrosive heat, that's actually stronger. So thank you for watching and good luck with everything.